Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome again to summer math camp. And I tell you what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at place value. Okay, we've all seen numbers like this. This is $42.36. Well, let's say we wanted to round that like to the nearest whole dollar just to get an estimate. Well, this would either round to $42 or $43. Well, which one's going to be closer? $42 or $43? Okay, well, what we can do is think about, all right, on a number line, okay, 0 would be way over here, okay? Say we had 42 here and we had 43 here. Well, 42.36, well, that's less than 50 cents. So 42.50 would be about right here. That's halfway between 42 and 43. So 42.36, maybe about right here, would be 42.36. Now, is that going to be closer to 42 or 43? Well, clearly it's closer to $42. So this rounded to the nearest whole number, to the nearest dollar, would be $42. Okay? Now, the point of this is that all of these places have a value. Okay? 4 has a different value than 2. 4 is in the tens place. 2 is in the ones or the whole number. 3 is the tenth. And 6 is the hundredths place. Okay? So we're going to talk about place value today because it's very important. Okay, place value. Here we go. I'm just going to make up a number off the top of my head. Let's just say I have 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, 6. Okay, something like that. Now, here's your decimal point. To the left of the decimal point, it goes like this. This is the whole number, or sometimes it's called the ones place. I'll put that in parentheses. Sometimes it's called the ones place. This is the whole number right there. Okay? This is the tens place. This is the hundreds place. So far, this is 452 point. Okay, now to the right of the decimal point, the place values end in TH. So this is the tenths place. The first place after the decimal point is the tenths. The second place is the hundredths with a TH. The third place is the thousandths with a TH. Okay, I know it sounds like I'm lisping. Anyway, that's the place value. Okay, now if I had to round something to the nearest tenth, say I wanted to take this number, 452.326, and I round to the nearest tenth. Okay, now think of how tenth, if I write it out using numbers, tenth place has 1 0 in it. So that means it's one place after the decimal. One place after the decimal. Oops, can you see that? Okay, that's one way to think of it. Okay, I just kind of like to have it memorized. This is the tenths, hundredths, thousands, and it would continue on. To the nearest tenth. Okay, here's my tenth place. So I want to write my number to the nearest tenth. I look to the number just to the right of the tenths place. Okay, don't worry about any digits after that. I don't care about the 6. I'm only looking at the 2. Now, since the 2 is not greater than or equal to 5, I don't round up. I keep it as 0.3. So rounded to the nearest tenth, I would write 452.3. Okay, I would not round 3 up because the number just to the right is not greater than or equal to 5. So I would write it like this, 452.3. Okay, let's do a few more of these. Now keep in mind, you can always pause, rewind. That's the nice thing about remote learning. You can just pause and rewind. And so if you need to do that at any time, feel free to do that. Okay, now we want to round 8.843 to the nearest hundredth. Okay, if I were to think of, okay, I'll use the little trick they use on delta math. If I want to round to the nearest hundredth, think of what hundredth would look like written out. It would look like this. Now that's 2 zeros. So that means the hundredth place is 2 places after decimal point. Okay, so our hundredth place is right here. I'm going to look at the number just to the right of the hundredths place. Now again, it's not 5 or greater, so I'm not going to round up, and I'm going to write this number as 8.84, rounded to the nearest hundredth. So you want to stop your number at the hundredth place. Okay, number 3, let's round 1.72 to the nearest whole number. Okay, here the whole number is this number right here. I look at the number just to the right of the whole number. Now 7, that is greater than or equal to 5. Since it's greater than or equal to 5, I'm going to round that up to the next number. So this, to the nearest whole number, 1 would round up to 2. And you would write your answer like that. You would just write it as a whole number, 2, and you don't write the decimal point or anything after that. You just write 2. Now I'm going to take a second to think of this on a number line. So here's 0, here's 1, here's 2. 1.72, well, 1.5 would be halfway between 1 and 2. 1.72 would be about right here. So definitely it is closer to 2 than it is to 1. Okay, let's keep working on these. Number 4, round 36.293 to the nearest tenth. Okay, why don't you hit pause on the video and see if you can do it, and then hit continue and see if you got it right. Okay, welcome back. Let's see. So here's the 10th place. I look to the number just to the right. It's a 9. That is greater than or equal to 5. So I'm going to round the 2 up to a 3. So I'm going to write my answer as 36.3. And that'll be my answer. I'm in the habit of always boxing in my answers. Okay, now round 5.29 to the nearest whole number. Again, the whole number is that number right in front of the decimal place. So I need to round this to the whole number. Again, hit pause, and then come back, see if you got it right. Okay, here's our whole number. I'm going to look at this. 2 is not greater than or equal to 5, so I'm not going to round up. So I'm just going to write this to the nearest whole number. 5.29 is 5. Okay, now this next one, I'm going to put a star by number 6 because it's kind of tricky. Round 7.98 to the nearest tenth. Okay, here's my 10th place, 9. The number just to the right is 8. That is greater than or equal to 5. So I need to round 9 up. Now 9 rounds up to 10. So this is actually going to be 0 and then carry the 1. 7 plus 1 would give you an 8. So rounded to the nearest tenth, this would round to 8.0. Okay, on a number line, it would look like this. Here's 7.9. Here's 8.0. Okay, 7.98 would be, well, halfway between these two would be 7.95. So 7.98 would be about right here. And definitely that's closer to 8.0 than it is 7.9. So this number to the nearest tenth is 8.0. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then we're going to be done. Okay, this one, again, was similar to the one on the other side. Round 9.7 to the nearest whole number. Okay, here's our whole number right here. It's 9. The number just to the right of that, to the right of 9, is 7. Now again, that is greater than or equal to 5. So I need to round this number up. So one number up from 9 is 10. So that's 9.7 rounded to the nearest whole number. Okay, now I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to run through a couple of these on Delta Math so you can see what this looks like. Okay, here I am. New problem. Okay, here we go. Here's what it looks like. All right, round 2.1132 to the nearest hundredth. Okay, whoops. All right, what I see is that my hundredth place is right there. It's the 1. It's the second one, actually. The first one is the 10th, the second one is the 100th, the 3 is the 1000th. I look at the number just to the right of the 1. It's a 3. It's not greater than or equal to 5, so I'm not going to round up. So I'm going to type in my answer as 2.11. 2 point, just hit the decimal point down here on the keyboard, and then the 1. Okay, then hit submit answer. And then it always asks, are you sure you want to submit this answer? And you say yes. And then a green check mark tells us we got it right. And then you can scroll through how they got the answer. And then the final rounded answer is 2.11. And then they show you your answer, which was also 2.11. So you got it right. Now, if you get it wrong, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. Just try another one. That's what we're doing. We're learning. So if you get it wrong, no big deal. Let's do a new problem. Round that to the nearest hundredth. Okay, well, say I just put in 7.5. Or, you know what? Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, say I put in 7.5. Okay, now that's not the right answer because the right answer would be actually 7.51. But you know what? I'm going to put in the right answer because we would round the hundredths place is 0. The number just to the right is a 6. That is greater than or equal to 5, so we would round it up to 1. So let's submit that answer. Am I ready to do that? Yes, I am. And check mark, we got it right. Okay, new problem. All right, say you were like, oh, I'm not sure. You can always hit show solution, and it shows you how to do it. And it shows you the final rounded answer. So there again, don't feel, afraid or squeamish to show solution because that's what we're doing. We're learning right now. So then just go to a new problem and figure it out. Type in your answer. Oops. Let's just show question. Type in your answer and it's all good. Okay, so give that a try. And here we go. Let's see. Let's go back to here. And happy math camping. And you guys are doing great. So bye-bye for now.